guys, welcome back to Veet Beauty. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to create this rose gold makeup look. So I was inspired to do this makeup tutorial today because I've been seeing so much rose gold on both the catwalk and also on the red carpet. We've been seeing it on celebrities like Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, Brie Larson and Kate Hudson, sort of on everyone, from the more extreme pink eyeshadow looks to the more subtle metallic rose gold looks. And I came across a line that's absolutely geared up for this look, the Smashbox and Vlada collection, and all of the products are this beautiful rose gold color and they are designed to help create a kind of rose gold look. So I thought it's going to be a win-win. So I tried out their products and I created a look for you. I really hope that you enjoy watching, and I tried to make it really, really simple so you can achieve it at home. Okay, so the first step is going to be to apply a primer. I've got completely bare skin. I've just put on a little bit of moisturizer just to prep the skin and hydrate it. But I'm gonna apply a really beautiful primer that's gonna be like the foundation for the whole look. It's the Petal Metal Primer. And this one is by Smashbox and Vlada. And as you can see, absolutely gorgeous rose gold packaging. I'm gonna put a sort of pea-sized amount on the back of my hand. Now this is a gorgeous hydrating primer, so not only does it give you a really sort of luminescent glow under your makeup, but it also hydrates as well. It's got hyaluronic acid and shea butter in there, so really hydrating. And I have dry skin, so I'm always looking for that in a primer. So I'm gonna get a sort of pea-sized amount on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna work it into the skin using my fingers. You could use a brush, you could use a sponge, completely up to you. I'm just going to use my fingers for ease. And it just gives a really lovely, highlighted, dewy look to the skin. And it melts in really, really easily. Now, if you're not someone who likes to wear foundation, you could just literally use this on its own and it gives a really beautiful effect. You can also use it as a highlighter after you've applied your makeup. So you've got loads of options with this product. Next, I'm going to apply my foundation, and I just want to go for a really sheer coverage foundation for this look. I want it to be really fresh-faced and dewy. So I'm going to apply the Flower Beauty Erase Everything foundation. And this one is amazing. It's Drew Barrymore's line, if you're not familiar with it, Flower Beauty. It sells in places like Walmart and Target, and it's really, really low cost. I think it's about $5 for this foundation. It's amazing. And this one's perfect if you're someone who likes this sort of fresh-faced looks. You can also use it as a primer and then apply a more full coverage foundation if you like. But it gives a really lovely, silky kind of matte finish, and I love that. And I also love that it has this cute little brush. So I'm just going to apply this all over the face just to even out my skin tone. I sort of tend to start out with the brush and then I wind up using my fingers because I much prefer how the finish looks when you use your fingers, just to finish it off, make sure there's no brush strokes. So that's just kind of evened out my skin tone. I am going to conceal and just perfect the skin, maybe go for the under eye area and sort of perfect any blemishes in a minute, but I'm going to do the eye look first. So let's move on to that. And I'm going to use a little trio by Pacifica initially. This is a little coconut mineral trio, and it has these three beautiful colors: Skinny Dip, Crush and Lovely. And it's just a really lovely little color palette. Really easy to use, really pigmented considering this is a natural brand. They're also vegan and cruelty-free, which I love. So I'm going to start off with just a broad eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use the palest shade and just work that all over the lid just for a kind of base for our look. So this look is all about kind of glowy, iridescent hues across the face. So I'm just starting to build that now very, very subtly. Don't worry, it will get more dramatic. And now I'm going to use the bronzy shade, so the sort of medium shade, and I'm going to work that up to the socket line. I'm going to use a sort of rounder brush for this. I just find that easier when I'm working into the socket line. So I'll get some of that product and just work it in. And I like to just wing it out slightly. It kind of depends on your eye shape and what you personally prefer, but I really like to have a little bit of a winged out look. So I've got kind of an almond shaped eye. So I'll wing that out a little bit. And then I'm going to use the darkest shade just along the lash line, both on the top and on the bottom. And I'm using a kind of flat brush just to really get into that lash line. Okay, great. Now adding on, I'm going to add the little pièce de résistance, which is the rose gold. I'm going to use the Petal Metal Highlighter palette. I've been using this gorgeous little mirror to do the whole look. But you have to look at the packaging. Look how beautiful that is. And this is an amazing sort of gel powder highlighter. It applies really smoothly. It's not going to accentuate any sort of uneven skin tone or texture. And it is really long lasting, long wearing. But also an amazing thing about it is you can use it wet and dry. I'm going to use it dry today because I want quite a sort of subtle look, and I've experimented with using it wet, and it's an amazingly powerful kind of highlight that you achieve. And I really like that, but for this look I just want it to be a little bit more subtle, especially because I'm going to use it around the eyes. So I'm going to get my little round brush again and just get a little of this dry. And it's really, really iridescent. So I'm then just going to apply it in certain areas. I'm going to apply it across the lid, not quite as high as that bronzy shade. I just want to start building that rose gold feel. I love that. I love the combination of colors. And then I'm just going to apply a little into the center here. Up onto the brow bone. And then a little under the eyes. I absolutely love this, it's so gorgeous. I'm also going to use this on the cheeks as well, so it's a real multi-purpose little one. Now I'm going to apply some eyeliner. Really, really simple. I just want to add a little bit of extra drama. So I'm going to use the Revlon Colorstay liquid liner. This is just a personal favorite of mine. It's, again, obviously drugstore brand, really inexpensive, but it's just been a trusty favorite for years. It has a really good little applicator, and I think that's a real key thing with any liquid liner, is find an applicator that suits you, that you find easy to apply. So I'm just going to do a really simple lining of the upper lash line, just to add a little bit more depth. And now I'm going to add on to that, let that dry for a second, and I'm going to add on to it with another of the beautiful products by Smashbox. It's the Petal Metal Liquid Eyeliner in 24 Karat Rose. And this is a really great liquid liner. It's designed to be long wearing. It dries in like 60 seconds and then it just stays put. And this one has this beautiful metallic shimmering effect. They also have a black version of it with sort of pink sparkles in it, which is also beautiful, and they're designed to be layered together. Absolutely stunning. I'm just going to apply this one on top of the black just to give an extra added little bit of metallic into the look. Then I'm going to apply a tiny little bit on the lower lash line, again just to add a little bit more metallic. And now it's time to add a little eyeliner to the waterline. I'm going to use the Nude Sticks in black. It's called Night, their shade. So just apply it simply into the waterline. And now we're ready for our mascara, and I really wanted to do a sort of dramatic mascara look, so I'm going to use a primer and then I'm going to use mascara on top. And I've used these ones before in a video, but I absolutely love them, so I thought I'd feature them again. It's the Revitalash Volumizing Primer and the Revitalash Volumizing Mascara. And so you apply the primer first. It's this really lurid bright blue colour, which is supposed to bring out the whites in your eyes. So apply a coat of this first. It's actually kind of cool with the rose gold and the blue. A little of that on the lower. And then I'm going to apply the mascara. And now I'm just going to do a little to the brows. I don't want them to be a big focal point, but I just want to neaten them up and groom them. So I'm going to start with the Brow Food Clear Gel. Just run it through, get them into a nice shape, and then I'm going to add a little powder. And then I recently got this little cute brow palette by Senna. It has 3 great shades, and I love the little applicator. You've got a spoolie brush on one end, and then you've got this little powder brush on the other. So I really like this little palette. So I'll just run a little bit through. I just want to fill in any gaps, neaten them up. I don't want it to be like a really full-on brow. Okay, now just to finish off the eyes, I want to use a little bit of extra highlighter just because I want to complement that rose gold metallic look with a little bit of white. I just think that really brings this look alive. So I'm going to use the Perricone ND No Highlighter highlighter. So I'm just going to apply it really, really simply with my fingers, exactly where I want it. So I want it on the brow bones, I want it on the Cupid's bow, and I want it right in the inner corners of the eyes just to make this eye look pop. And it just really complements the rose gold. Great, now we're ready to conceal. I've kind of been waiting to do that. It's a kind of personal preference thing, but I prefer to conceal after I've done an eye look, just in case anything falls down, and then you can really see that eye look come alive when you've sort of perfected the complexion. I'm gonna be using this palette by Meron. I've used it before. It's one of my favorites, really reasonably priced. It's the Celebrate HD Pro Contour Highlight Palette, and I'm just gonna apply it with my fingers. Big fan of applying everything with my fingers, you may be getting that note. So I'll just apply that around the eyes and anywhere that needs a little extra help. Any little blemishes or redness. I always like to apply a little around the nose as well. So that's the complexion finished, but I want to add in a beautiful blush to complement that rose gold look, and then I'm going to add in some of the gorgeous powder highlighter on top. So I'm going to use a blush by Beauty Counter, and it's in this lovely palette. It's called the Winter Warmth palette. And I'm going to use this shade here. It's a lovely sort of peachy shade called Tawny. So So I'm going to put it high on the cheekbones just to give my face a lift. And now I'm ready to use my highlighter. I'm going to use this gorgeous highlighter again that I used on the eyes. It's the Petal Metal Highlighter. And I'm going to use quite a precise application brush. So I'll get some of the product, just use a little, make sure you maybe tap off any excess on your hand. And then I'm going to apply it on top of the cheekbones. And you just immediately see how it catches the light. So pretty. And there you go. And then I'm going to add a little bit of a lip. So I went with a pink lip just because I think it brings it more sort of fresh alive, a bit more daytime. So I'm going to use this one again by Flower Beauty. It's the Ultimate Lip Butter. And it's in shade Blush Petal. And it's just really nice because it is a lip butter, it's really hydrating. I'm just going to apply it really subtly. I don't want a full-on lip. I just want a nice hint of pink on the lips just to bring the whole thing together. So I'll just dab it in and then sort of smooth it in with my fingers. And there you have it, that is the makeup look. I'm gonna do a little extra something because I love the product so much. It's another product by Smashbox and Vlada. It's the Petal Metal Shimmer Spray. Now you can use this under your makeup to do a similar kind of job as the primer. I really love this one as a body product. I'm always looking for products that are gonna make my sort of skin look lovely and lustrous. So this one is that perfect blend. It's just gonna give a little bit of iridescence to the skin, but you're not gonna look like a disco ball. It smells beautiful, it's hydrating, it's awesome. I put it on my legs, I put it on my décolletage. I'm just gonna show you when I put it here, if you can see a little bit of a nice sort of dewy look. So just spritz it on. I love that. It just catches the light, very, very subtle, feels amazing, smells delicious. Just a nice little thing to do just before you leave the house. So that's it, that's the rose gold makeup look. I really hope that you've enjoyed watching and I've maybe encouraged you to check out the Smashbox Vlada collection. It's absolutely beautiful and I think rose gold is a really great option if you've been wanting to try out a kind of metallic look. You're a bit afraid of going overboard. It's a really subtle, pretty way of trying out the look and it suits pretty much everyone. So if you want to find out more about any of the products I've talked about, please check out the blog on beatbeauty.com. I'll go into a little bit more detail about where you can find the products, how much they are, what they do. And if you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye guys.